Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's New Year's, so I hope everybody's having a good time. So today I'm going to bleed the dual master cylinder assembly. There's probably plenty of you that know how to do this, but for those of you who have never done a dual master cylinder setup before, I'll show you a quick how-to. So right here I've got the rear, and that's the front, and of course they're on a balance bar. You've seen that before. So the things we're going to need are a couple empty containers. See, I got two of them there. And you see I've got a wire right there that I've tied around the tops of them, and I've got a short piece of hose just looped around in each one there. I've got couple 1/4 inch box end wrenches. We need this boxed in to put on the brake cylinders, and I've got a couple jugs of high temp brake fluid, and I also have a jug here of just good quality street brake fluid. So when you're doing these systems, when they're dry, I run just a good quality street brake fluid through it first to kind of clean everything out. And then I run the high temp brake fluid through. And the roller rags, paper towels is good to have, because if you spill brake fluid on your paint job, you want to wipe it up right away so it doesn't blister the paint. So here's the front brake caliper. There's two pistons on each side of the rotor, pads in there of course, and there's a bleeder screw on the inside and on the outside. So this is for the inside two pistons, this is for the outside two pistons. So a little 1/4 inch wrench, stick it on there. I take my little assembly here, stick the hose on the bleeder screw, and then this wire that I've got wired to the top of this jug, I just loop around one of the lug nuts to hold this up in the air. You want to twist this around, your hose around the best you can, so it is really close to being in the bottom of this jug. And I've got some brake fluid in the bottom of this jug, maybe 2 or 3 inches, so the hose is in it. Okay, so there's the front setup. There's the rear. Looks just like it. Okay, the first thing we do before we get started is, of course, make sure we got some fluid in the master cylinders. Now to do this job properly, I need to bleed both master cylinders at the same time so that they get full stroke. If I only did the fronts and then the rears on this dual master cylinder balance bar right there, one would hold up the other, because one would create pressure and the other would be open, so I wouldn't get a full stroke on one side. So I have to do both calipers at the same time. Now you can't see the rear one right now, but I've got the rear setup on there. So what I do is I crack open the bleeder, leave it open, make sure my hose is down close to the bottom of that thing, and I do the same in the rear. So both the inner bleed screws on the front caliper and the rear caliper are open. And now I just gently stroke the brake pedal. You'll be able to see the fluid going by there. This is how you do brakes by yourself. If that hose goes down into the bottom into fluid, when you pump down, any air that comes out will go down into the container and out, and then when you release the pedal, it'll just suck pure fluid back. You won't get air in it. Now, it would probably be better if you had somebody to close off the bleeders each time you stroked, like you're supposed to on a regular rig. However, when you're by yourself, you got to make do. And I've done this all my life, so never had an issue. Works good. So once you're pretty sure you got all the air out, tighten up the bleed screw on the front and the rear. And we pop our hose off. And we put our wrench on the outside bleed screw, put our hose back on, wipe down any fluid that is dripped out of our hose. I'm going to do the same on the rear. I'm going to move the bleed hose out to the rear. Open up the bleed wrench. Okay, this time I'm going to show you the rear. Both outer bleed screws are open, front and rear. So now I just broke the master cylinders. When you do this, you want to stroke the master cylinder pedal slowly and evenly. You don't want to pump it like crazy or anything and cause cavitation or bubbles. That'll just give you a poor bleed job. Okay, so I'm done there now. All I do is tighten up the bleed screws, repeat it on the other side, top off my master cylinders, and check for leaks and stuff, and she's done. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.